lot of our players and support staff, but it's been a really enjoyable start to our tournament. Obviously, the performances have been good, but also I think that comes from the leadership we've had with Ricky and Shreyas. Just from day one, you felt very much a part of the group. Everyone's very positive, enjoying their cricket, but also enjoying time together off the field. And I think in franchise tournaments, in my experience, when a team gels together quickly, it often transfers onto the field. So obviously a long way to go for us. But no, really pleased to be working with the two of them. And you can see how well they work together and how aligned they are with their match strategies and the communication with the players. And I think from that brings a lot of clarity with how we want to play the game, which is a huge positive. He's clearly had a lot of success as a skipper, and I think that's no fluke by any means. As a bowler, I've reflected on captains in the past, and having captained myself a few times, I think the conversations that you have with bowlers in pressure situations kind of define a captain and how their leadership flows through. And Shreyas has been great. He's backed the plan every time. He's asked good questions in moments of the game that make, the bowlers think. I've chatted with the other bowlers and everyone's been really happy with the communication and the plans. And I think from that point of view, you kind of feel a lot of confidence from him to try to perform at your best. And I think he's aware just as much as anyone in this competition that sometimes you'll have good and bad days, but it's often how you bounce back. And I think with him leading the pack in that sense and his communication with the bowling attack, it's been great. Our plans, definitely not this early in the trip, but nice try. But no, look, I think I've worked with some of these boys before. Marco I've played with before. When you have a guy that tall bowling with such bounce, it's challenging in any part of the world. And he's a cricketer I've followed very closely the last few years, and it's impressive to see his growth as a bowler. His skill set's outstanding. And when the pressure's on, you can see him really looking for the ball and wanting to stand up. And I haven't even mentioned his batting, but his batting's come a long way. You've seen him score runs all over the world for South Africa and as well in the league. So a huge positive for us. And I'm really excited to join the team and see how Arshdeep goes about his training and how he prepares for matches, because from my point of view, each year I seem to play against that guy and he's an absolute wizard. So it's incredible to see how hard working he is at training. It's tough to get the ball out of his hand, I think, at times, but it just shows you his passion and love for fast bowling, for trying to improve his skill set every year. I think he's continuing to grow, and he's, again, so very hungry for the ball in those tough moments, which I think is crucial for any bowling attack. So, and then, of course, we've got Stoyne, who he's had so much success, and he's such a calm character. So he's, such a nice tie-in for our group. I think from all points we kind of have different strengths and weaknesses, so it kind of gels well together. But yeah, nice to have Stoyne, obviously an outstanding batter, but he offers every day of the week 4 overs for us if we need it. So I'm sure he'll get some wickets come his way. He was unlucky last game, I thought, not to get a bag, but you know how the game goes. I'm sure it's around the corner for him. Look, I think it's been spoken about a lot, but, we're a pretty humble bunch of cricketers, but at the same time, we play a pretty competitive brand once we cross the line. So, I think we've had a lot of great leaders within the group who's sort of pushed players to really find their potential, me being one of them for sure, and coming into a squad and learning off, Trent Boult, Tim Southey, these kind of guys throughout my career, and having Kane as my skipper, it's really sort of pushed my career along and given me that opportunity to grow and try to learn as quickly as possible. So, I was disappointed not to play a part in the Champions Trophy with an unfortunate injury, but that's just part of the gig. But it was really great to be home and be amongst New Zealand and sort of be a fan for a few weeks and follow the boys do so well. Get to the final, and anything can happen in finals, but obviously didn't quite get there. But at the same time, it's pretty impressive when we're playing in those conditions, which aren't our home conditions, and to continue each tournament and perform and and find our way to finals is outstanding. So it's exciting also to see the young growth coming through. Obviously, we've got Rachin over here doing well. Will O'Rourke's going to be an outstanding bowler. He already is, but his ceiling is so incredibly high. And then nice to see Carl Jamieson, one of my good mates, back playing for New Zealand. And we all know how extremely talented and devastating he can be as a bowler. So, yeah, from a New Zealand standpoint, it's really good space to be in. Obviously, I'm still really wanting to play for New Zealand as well. So I really enjoy my time back playing with that group. Obviously, love running into the boys on tours as well. Hopefully they'll continue in this sort of trajectory as a team and keep punching above our weight. I don't know. I guess it's in a way a little bit difficult. I'm very fortunate to have been doing it for a few years. So being a part of a new franchise is not that new to me. It's the longer you play, you tend to have a few more teammates that you've had in other teams. So I think, from my point of view, just try to turn up and try to add value as much as I can on and off the park. Try to buy into that team's ethos. It's very exciting and challenging. And from my point of view, it continually makes me want to work harder to get better, because sometimes when you play in the same team, you're under a little bit less pressure because you've been with that team for such a long period of time. But when you join a new franchise, it's always a little bit nerve-wracking the first few games, trying to prove yourself in a way and try to be part of the team. I think every player will sort of say that's kind of a natural feeling. But again, I've been very privileged with the franchises I've been with, and Punjab Kings has been no different. So a really nice group to slot into, and we've got a long way to go as a group. So there'll be plenty of ups and downs, but I'm looking forward to that journey.